All right, next problem from section 6 in chapter P. It was number 44. You're asked to simplify and write the complex number in standard form. All right, this is our original problem right here. We have an I in the denominator. You cannot have an I in the denominator. Remember, I is equivalent to the square root of a negative 1. So what you must do is rationalize. The easiest way is to multiply top and bottom by I. Notice I'm just multiplying by any number over itself is 1, not changing the existing problem at all. So I can do that. Some students jump right to 9i over 9i. You can do that, but you have more reducing to do in the end. So when you just have a single term that has an I in the denominator, all you need to do is multiply top and bottom by I. Doing so will give you, if you look on the top here now, you're multiplying this I by a quantity. So I always throw that in parentheses. So I'm essentially distributing this I. When I distribute an I over 9 minus 18i, I'll get 9i minus 18i squared. And then, of course, 9i times I will give me a 9i squared. Now remember, I squared is equal to a negative 1. So whenever we have the opportunity, we're going to substitute a negative 1 in for I squared. I find the easiest way to substitute is put parentheses wherever there was an I squared and put a negative 1 in there. So after doing that, I get 9i minus 18 times a negative 1, which gives me 9i plus 18. And then, of course, 9 times a negative 1 is a negative 9. Now, a lot of students will stop here, but you need to factor and make sure that you don't have any common factors. So looking at the top here, the numerator, I have a common factor, greatest common factor of 9. So I factor that out, leaving me with 9 times the quantity I plus 2. And we still just have the negative 9 in the bottom. Now that I have it on the outside, because remember, I cannot cancel part of addition or subtraction, so I can't just cancel these 9s here. However, if I change this to a multiplication, I can cancel these 9s, leaving me with just an I plus 2 on top and a negative 1 on the bottom. And then, of course, I plus 2 divided by negative 1. If you need to, think of it as multiplying by a negative 1, and you get the same result, giving me negative I minus 2, or as the book writes it, negative 2 minus I. Doesn't matter, these are equivalent. You can switch the order as long as the sign stays with the original number.